Want to see how I made this absolutely delicious goat curry? Then stay tuned. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're in the world, and welcome back to another video. So let's run through the ingredients. So we've got some potatoes, we've got some mixed bell peppers, red onion, we've got some veggie stock, garlic, ginger, I've got some chili, and then for the spices I've got bay leaves, cumin, chili, coriander, curry powder and dried thyme, and I've got tomato puree, balsamic vinegar, I've got the star of the show there, which is the goat, I've got a little bit of coriander and spring onion, some for cooking, some for garnish. Yeah, let's get... So guys, in a very hot pan I'm going to go in with about 3 tablespoons of oil, give or take. We just want to coat the bottom of that pan, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go straight in. Now I've preheated the pan so it is hot, and let's just go in with the goat. Put it to one side, and all we're going to do, we're just going to brown off this goat meat. Just to do that, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back over it with a little bit of vegetable oil, and we're going to brown that off. So I'm just going to let that sizzle away for maybe 3-4 minutes. Then we'll come back in, we'll turn it over and brown the other side before cracking on with the vegetables. So I'll see you in a sec. So folks, this has now been in the pan for a couple of minutes, so we're just going to check on the browning. So we don't want it too much because it will be going back in the pan again a little bit later. Just going to build up loads of flavour, and I have to say the aroma already is amazing. I really do like goat. So I'm just going to brown this off now for a little bit more, with a couple of minutes, and we'll come back when we get onto the next part. See you in a sec. So whilst the goat is browning up, I'm going to go in with some black pepper and some salt. Just a good heapful there. And let's go in, give it a mix up. And I will come back in a minute. So folks, we've browned off the majority of the goat. Don't worry if you see any raw bits, it will be going back in the pan later on. So I'm just going to remove them and put them in to a mixing bowl at the side, and we're just going to let them rest while we crack on with the vegetables and stuff. We try and leave that oil in the bottom of the pan because that is all flavour. So if you can, just use a slotted spoon. Now there is bones in this, but at serving I will take out the majority of them. so don't worry about that. So that has now been took out. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of extra vegetable oil. Don't worry if you're thinking, buy this dish has got a lot of oil in. It's needed really. So I'm just going to empty the water out of my potatoes. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the potatoes, and I'm just going to brown these potatoes up. So don't move them around, leave them on that side. We'll flip them over, give them a little toss in a minute. But yeah, see you in a sec. So folks, it's been a couple of minutes now, and I'm just going to turn these potatoes over. As you can see, there's a little bit of crisp going on there. You just want to add a little bit of flavour to the potatoes, a little bit of a crunch. So I'm going to do it exactly the same on the other side, and I will bring you back once that is done. But so far, it's looking good. See you. So folks, these have been frying away. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove these potatoes out of the pan and get them back into a bowl. Just put that there. Try and leave as much of that oil in as you can, because we're not going to add any more oil at this stage. Sorry for knocking you there, guys. Well, so now that the potatoes are out, I'm just going to put that to one side, and I'm going to go in with the onions. I'm going to fry these off for a little bit. I'm going to add some just salt and pepper to the pan, not too much. I didn't season the potatoes, in case you asked, because I wanted all that extra flavour, and I also seasoned the goat because that was cooking as well. So we're just going to move this around the pot. Just let these soften a bit, and I will bring you back when we add garlic, ginger and the rest of this veg. So the onions have been softening, and I'm now going to go in with the garlic and the ginger. Just move that around there. And then I'm going to go in with some of the scallions. Some of the scallions and peppers, and we're just going to soften all these down at the same time. Keep stirring, we don't want the ginger or the garlic to burn just yet. So I'm going to give these a minute or two, and I'll bring you back when we add the spices. So these have been sweating down for a few minutes. I'm now going to go in with some tomato puree or tomato paste. Just a nice couple of tablespoons, about 2 tablespoons there. Put the lid back on. Don't want that drying out. Just give this a quick stir. And then I'm going to go in with the spices. So we're going to go in with the thyme. Going to go in with the cumin, the coriander, the chili, the coriander, and a bit of green chili there as well. And last but not least, 2 bay leaves, and we're just going to give this a good stir. We want to cook those spices through, get them all coated. Oh, the aroma already is to die for. So I'm just going to cook these spices through for a minute or so, and I'll bring you back because you don't need to hear me waffle on too much. Okay folks, so we're going to go back in now with the potatoes, give them a little mix. And at this point I'm going to season again, some black pepper and some salt. Just get that in there. And then we're going to go back in with the goat. So let's get all that lovely goat back in there. And I'm going to just change spoon a minute, and we're going to mix all this up. Just give it a good mix. Just all to combine, and we want all those spices and the flavour of the peppers and everything to do the same. Just jam like it's a 90s nightclub all over again. And I'm just going to let that go for about 2 to 3 minutes. I'm just going to put the lid on, and then we're going to come back, and then we're going to add the vegetable stock and the balsamic vinegar. So we'll see you in a sec. So folks, it's now been a couple of minutes. I'm just going to take the lid off, and we're going to go in with 600 mils of vegetable stock. Just get that in there, and then we're also going to go in with around 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. Don't need too much of the balsamic vinegar. And then we're going to go in with the coriander and the rest of the spring onion. Don't worry, I've kept some back to garnish the plate right at the end. So let's just get that in there. We're just going to give this a mix up once more. Just get all that in there. Now don't worry if you think, well, that's not enough water. We can always add water, but don't forget this is now going to steam under a lid for around an hour. So I'm just going to put the lid back on. We're now going to turn the heat down. So down to a medium. So on induction I've gone from 9 to a 5. And we're just going to leave that for around about an hour. I'm going to wash some pots up, and before this is done I'll come back and we'll make a lovely cucumber salad. Happy days. So folks, it's been about 25 minutes to half hour I'm just going to give this a good stir now. Just give it a lovely mix up. We don't want it to be total curry format. As you can see, there's still plenty of liquid in there. So all I'm going to do, I'm just going to move the things off the bottom to the top. Just make sure everything's cooked through. I have to say the aroma off there, oh yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So all I'm going to do at this stage, I'm just going to add a little bit more salt and a little bit more pepper. And then all I'm going to do, I'm going to put the lid back on, leave it for another half an hour. In the meantime, I'm going to do the salad, kajumba salad my style, to go on the side, and I'm also going to do some pilau rice to go with it. There will be different videos, don't worry. But yeah, I'll come back to you once this is almost done. So folks, this should be almost be done. I'll just move that lid that way so you don't get too much of a facial going on there. Let's get in there. As you can see, oh wow, even I'm impressed with that. The goat is just falling off the bone. The aromas are filling the kitchen. The potatoes are nicely soft, just cut through straight away. This is ready to serve. Let's get to the dinner table and let's dish it up. Okay folks, so time to plate up. I'm going to first go in with my rice. Let's go on the plate there with a bit of rice. Some nice rice there. I'm going to go in with a bit of goat. So, oh, the aromas folks. I'm just going to discard that bay leaf there. We don't really need that. Put that there. And then I've done a kajumba salad. This is literally tomatoes, peppers, onions, spring onion with lemon, fresh mint, just to give it a real burst of flavour, just to contrast with the goat. And then last but not least, I've got some spring onion. I'm just going to put some spring onion on the rice and over the curry. So there we have it folks. Let's get in, let's have a closer look and we'll do a quick review. So folks, what do we make of that then? It looks great, it smells great. I'm really looking forward to it. Before I start, I'm just going to take a couple of spoonfuls of that sauce out of the pan. Let's get it over the lamb and over the rice. The aromas and everything. So this isn't a wet curry, so it's kind of like a dry goat. Makes it a little bit more unique, more depth of flavour I think. But anyway, enough of me going on about it. Let's go in for the taste. As you can see there, the goat meat is kind of fell away from the bones. So, you know, very tender, very soft. That's just how we like it. Anyway, cheers folks. It's just melted. Oh yeah. Oh, That is fantastic. So rich, but delicate at the same time. Just this lovely, meaty, rich flavour to it. But, oh, that is amazing. Yeah. I really enjoy that. Let's go for a bit of the rice. I will do a video, like I mentioned earlier, on the rice. Yeah, fantastic. So by frying the onions and adding garlic and things like that, really brings out that flavour in the rice. That is superb. I'm going to go for one of the potatoes. Gone. So soft, it just fell apart. They are amazing, cooked to perfection, if I do say so myself. Let's go for a bit of the kachumba. Let's go for a little bit of that salad. So there we have it. I'll also do another video on this as well. So fresh. The lemon, that fresh lemon juice that I put in there. Oh, my mouth's salivating. All three things together, this is one awesome dish. I've really enjoyed cooking this. I hope if you get to try it, you'll find out just how good this really is. Let me know, would you like to see more goat recipes, dishes? Yeah, I'm really up for it. If you are, please like, subscribe and leave a comment if you can. Just helps me out. But in the meantime, thank you and adios.